Well, then we talked about how you communicate with clients and how you use some unique techniques to do that. And this is a new one that I have not heard, the Alexa skills and the flash brief. Now that is really cool stuff. Let's unpack that a little bit. How does that work and how do you use it with your clients?
Yeah, I'd love to. So it's called CandorPath 365. And all it is really meant to be is a daily flash briefing, 30, 60, 90 seconds. Could be money motivation, could be market updates, relevant, topical news updates. Sometimes it's snippets from our own podcast. We have a podcast called Above Board with CandorPath, where we talk almost nothing about money actually, but we'll take snippets of those podcasts and reshare them on our daily skill. And, I shared this with you a little bit earlier, before we started recording, but I can remember a time, and I'm sure you can too, where in our industry, we'd go to, consulting, seminars and project management seminars where they'd say, or practice consultant seminars where they'd say, hey, if you could have X amount of touch points per month with a client or per year with a client, how amazing would that be? And that, I remember a time in 2009 where that touch point was like a monthly email drip campaign, like a newsletter. How amazing would that be? 4 meetings a year and monthly emails and touch points, and now fast forward to 2022, to be able to say, if you could have a touch point every single day with one of your clients, would you do it? And would you want it? And I think if you just started calling a client every day, like day 3 or 4, they'd be like, can you stop calling me? I don't need that much conversation. But if they opt in and enroll in to passively listening to something that you have to say, that's a completely different experience. They voluntarily want that level of access. And so we're on all the social media platforms. We're on, like, Twitter as an example I'll use. We have one client that exclusively follows us on Twitter. And for that, he's the reason that we're on Twitter, honestly, because most clients, consume information on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram. But, we want to go to where the client is, how they want to consume information. And so when we started this Alexa skill, it's kind of meant to be, you're making breakfast in the morning, having a cup of coffee, and you say, like, Alexa, what's my flash briefing, or what's going on in the day? And, you as the consumer curate what that content is. It could be local weather, local news, national news, market updates, whatever. And CandorPath 365 falls in finance updates. And if they subscribe and opt into that, now they're getting that 30 to 90 second sound bite from us. And I've just had the best feedback from clients. Now, I wish I could say that the adoption rate was 100% of our clients. It's not even close. Not even close. It's on average, I would say we have about 18 clients a day that listen to this. But those 18, the feedback that we get is so positive that that in and of itself is encouraging enough to continue doing it. And the positive feedback we've gotten, I have one client that said it's like she's eating breakfast with us in the morning, because she plays, all of her news outlets and everything else that she wants to listen to, and CandorPath 365. And it's like, the comment she made was, I feel like I'm having breakfast with you every morning. And that feels so good to me, because, like, she enjoys and appreciates that information. And so again, if someone came to you and said, if you could talk to 15 to 18 clients every single day, and they wanted to hear from you every single day, would you do it?
Right.
You'd probably say yes. And this is, like, to me, this is kind of the outlet to actually do that in a non-awkward way that's not calling them every day.